Pete Lien Sons, which started in 1944 near Rapid City, South Dakota, with Chuck Lien, his father, Pete, and brother Bruce, has grown from a company that had $16,000 in gross sales in year one to one whose 2013 gross sales hovered around $110 million. Today, the company employs nearly 400 people at 30 different sites across South Dakota, Wyoming, and Colorado. And Chuck Lien, now 89 and still chairman of the board, is celebrating 70 years as an employee. After serving in the war, Chuck Lien and his brother joined their father in the quarry. Chuck says the three of them didn't get a paycheck the first 5 years they were in business, taking just enough so that the three could survive and the business could get off its feet. The business eventually did, and key to its success over many years was Chuck's belief in reinvestment. Chuck's company is positioned to thrive for years to come because he reinvested in it, but also because he invested his family in the business. Chuck and his wife Barb have 9 children, and they requested all of them to work outside the company for 5 years before making a commitment to work in the family business if they so chose. In addition to this request, Chuck and Barb started a pilot company called the 9 Liens so their children could learn about free enterprise in a way that provided them training yet did not put Pete Lien Sons at risk. Says son Pete Lien, the current president, the 9 Liens encouraged us to start our own businesses. It created better owners. Further demonstrating Chuck's foresight is how he encouraged employees to participate in their respective communities. Chuck led by example, serving on Chamber of Commerce boards and in the industry's state and national efforts. He also served as chairman of a national association that later became NSSGA. Pete Lien Sons is also well positioned because it's accumulated many reserves. Says Chuck, we always took advantage of rock, sand, gypsum, any natural resource in our area. I believe that we're better off than any of our competitors because we have more reserves.
Since Chuck couldn't be here, he wanted to soften the blow of having me address you by buying you all wine for dinner. So we'll toast Chuck with the wine that you came. You saw in the video that there's a long line of service. My grandpa was in World War I, my dad and my uncle in World War II, and I was a rodeo clown. So we all served our country. Actually, it was worse than that. I was assistant rodeo clown. Cupcake, the clown's girlfriend. But anyway, I wanted to, he gave me permission to give the speech that his dad gave that I actually memorized when he was inducted to the AGC Hall of Fame in South Dakota. And his speech went this way. The AMA set a study for the Midwest region, and they studied all of the rock and stone and sand and gravel producers in South Dakota. And it seems that 12% of you have hemorrhoids. The rest of you are perfect. Good night.